Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. I'm delighted that the organizers have organized this meeting, and our focus is on the RP2, particularly the application of responsibility to protect. We have two expert and distinguished speakers. Ambassador Schaper, he's been with is the permanent representative of the Netherlands to the UN. I believe this is his second round to the UN, and he also represents Netherlands at NATO. And as you know, The Hague, which is nicknamed the legal capital of the world, because almost most of the international courts and tribunals are located there. So he is going to talk about the origin, history, and also the contents of responsibility to protect. Since he's going to talk about, I will not go into that. Now, Professor Michael Doyle will also talk about that, but giving a different perspective. Professor Doyle is not just an academic. He was he worked in the UN with Kofi Annan for a number of years. Was under Secretary General in the Secretary General's office, and subsequently he also was advisor to several Secretaries General, and he has written numerous publications, particularly on the subject. So we look forward to hear from them. Now, since the subject is responsibility to protect, what I will do is, I think of course, we all have in mind is the application of R2P to the current situation in Syria. So I thought it might be helpful for you to better appreciate what they are going to talk about, and I will give you just 6 pointers of the current Syrian situation, and then they will give you the criteria and also the contents of R2P, and then we see how we're going to discuss. I will invite them to speak one after another, and then ask them to comment if they wish on each other's talks, and then we'll open the floor. Now, the first point is that about the casualties. I have been given the figure that we now have 60,000, mostly civilians, have been killed, and 4 million internal displaced persons within Syria, and 650 Syrian refugees in the neighboring countries. So bearing in mind those figures, it's important when we talk about R2P. The second point is that UN has initiated at least 2 peacekeeping talks. And Kofi Annan, as you know, the former Secretary General, he was appointed as the first envoy trying to arrange a peace plan. 6 months later, he resigned when he found that really there's no meeting of minds on any of the sides involved. Now we have Ambassador Brahimi is trying to, again, to introduce a peace plan. So far, so good, but we are waiting to see some concrete result. I wish him best luck. It's not that easy. Now, the third point is that there has been attempts in the Security Council by several countries trying to request the Security Council to refer the Syrian case to the International Criminal Court, to the legal capital in the Netherlands. So far, these attempts have been a failure, primarily because of the disagreement within the P5s, and particularly some other countries that you know. The fourth point is that there have been very strong draft resolutions introduced in the Security Council, but they were not adopted, and they were rejected, and these resolutions propose to take certain measures that would be applicable close to Chapter 7's actions. But they have not been adopted because of veto. The fifth point is that there are incidents where chemical weapons were mobilized. For example, last September, it was reported from various quarters, including the US and many other countries and Turkey, that the Syrian troops were mobilized trying to, they were mixing chemicals, and reportedly these were going to be used for the civilians. Fortunately, due to the intervention from various capitals, no action was taken. But the capacity of chemical weapons is there in Syria. The sixth point is that the current Syrian opposition parties have been recognized by about a dozen countries, including the US, UK, France, Turkey, and the GCC countries. Now, there are also great concerns expressed from the human rights group and NGOs. They think we have already, the time to act is already overdue. Something more than just assistance, financial or otherwise, is over. Some more stronger action should be taken. And this is now related to our R2P. You shall hear what is R2P and what kind of actions are contemplated under this doctrine of R2P. Today, the US has announced that $60 million has been pledged to assist the opposition parties. So with this, I will now invite Ambassador Shepherd to talk to us about R2P. And I think it's very interesting that we have a sort of European perspective and also his deep involvement in the UN from the point of view of R2P. Thank you.